so there's one, there's the other one. This is the one with the hanging loop. So they're already starting to look like bolo cozies. So I'm gonna put pretty sides together. Okay, and I'm just gonna pin around the edge. And we're gonna sew all the way around and leave a 2-inch opening. Okay, so I have right sides together and I have my loop tucked in there. And I like to match up the dart seams. And I have one seam allowance going this way and one going the other direction, so it's not so bulky when I'm sewing across. So I'm going to mark right here, right after this dart line, and that's going to be where I'm going to put 2 pins in, if I can get them in. And that's where I'm going to stop sewing, right there. And then I'm going to start pinning and sewing right about here. So I'll be pinning and I'll meet you at the sewing machine. Okay, so I'm going to start sewing right before this corner where my pin is, and I'm using a standard foot, not my quilting foot, because I want a little bit of a larger seam allowance. So here we go. Okay, so I have it all sewn across the top, and now I'm just going to clip the corners so it's a little less bulky. And I'm going to flip it right side out through my 2-inch opening, if I can find it, right here. Okay, so I have it turned right side out, and I'm just going to use my little purple thing to poke the corners out a little bit. I'm going to press around the top and stitch it at about 1/8 of an inch all the way around the top to close it and to flatten it out. Okay, so here's my 2-inch opening. So I just kind of tuck the fabric under like that. And the larger seam allowance really helps. And I just press it like that, and I'm going to press all around and then take it to the machine. Okay, so there's my opening, and I'm going to top stitch it closed and top stitch all around the top with about 1/8 of an inch seam. And I do like to pull my bobbin thread up so it doesn't get bunched up on the back, as it sometimes does. Just use my tweezers to pull it up. And put it out of the way, if I can get it. And I'm going to start my stitching. Okay, so I have my bobbin thread from the beginning of my sewing, and I'm just going to bury the, I'm going to knot it and bury the knot in the layers so it doesn't show. And I'll put my knot a little bit, you know, 1/2 inch or so up, and I have a little needle, kind of a cheater needle that you don't need to thread. Okay. I'm just going to go along the sewing line, making sure I don't go to the back of the fabric and just kind of bury it in there. Pull the knot through, trim it, and you're done. Here's the finished bowl cozy, 10-inch bowl cozy with the hanging loop. Bowl fits right in there nicely. There will be written instructions at the end of this video as well. Thank you for watching my tutorial, and I'll see you next time.